Okay, next on the list, things that are need to be worked on. Wonderful, isn't it? Starter. Uh, Turn the key. No sturdy. It does work. It seems to work when it's cold. The starter's cold. It doesn't work when it warms up. You'll see when you turn the key, the starter doesn't pop up, pop down. So anyway, nice thing about it, this starter's used in a whole bunch of boats. You can get a new starter for not a lot of money. It does say, if you look at the numbers on here, it does say it was produced in '92, so it's a good time to get a new one there. Again, we're fishing in the Hudson. Be nice to know the boat starts, okay? It could be a starter solenoid. I'll show you where that is. It's under this cover, but I tend to believe it's a starter. Just like cars, starter solenoids go also. So what we got to do, we got to take. First thing we got to do is disconnect the power on the battery. Because you do one of these here. Well, probably on a starter solenoid, but you got some hot wires in here, and the last thing you want to do is make sparky on this motor. So what I'll do is open the hatch, disconnect at least the positive side of the battery, take this cover off, and we'll get at it. Okay, I took the plus side of the battery off, and here's your starter solenoid right here. I can touch it now since I have the battery off, but that's your starter solenoid right there. So we got issues more than just this, which I don't think we do. That's probably another, you know, potential reason it doesn't turn over when this one you won't even hear a click. I've been hearing a click, but this hasn't been working. So if you don't have any click at all, that's probably why right there. But anyway, so to get this monster out, we take off a few wires here, take off a couple brackets. I think it'd be fun. How could it not be fun? Just try not to lose the parts. Okay, now I get the bigger bolts. I like to leave the bolts in the bracket, that way put it back together, I get a good idea where they're coming from. Not a lot of places to lose them here. I'm not sure if this is this must be a bracket also. This one has a little wiring harness on here. It's holding some red wire that goes to some red wire goes to nowhere. Must be an option this boat doesn't have. pretty easy, huh? Right there. I don't know. Let's get the new one and compare it. Okay, I got the old one back here, the new one. Everything looks pretty cool. What you'll see is the old one had this rubber bumper, so I just cleaned the bumper up, transferred it to this, and on the bottom side, you know, this bracket is part of it also, but it had this rubber bumper here also, so I had to take it off here, put it on here, and this is the one we saw mounted to the bottom with the 2 bolts. So everything looks pretty good. This does work a little better than the old one. You know, mechanically, you really can't see inside. Usually what happens with these starters, they get a lot of carbon buildup inside of them. And quite honestly, you could probably rebuild the crazy thing. I've done starters on motorcycles, you know, take them apart, clean the carbon up. For the price of it, it was like 60 bucks. I think we're good to go getting a new one. So, and again, they're used quite a bit on a whole bunch of different boats. So, you know, you get a pretty good price for these things. And again, you can see on there, it has a born on date 09/09/92, so I think it's time to change the starter, just in case. I saw problems with it, we changed it. Last thing you want to do is be out in the river and no starting. I guess you got a pull cord, but I'd rather turn the key. Another thing here, they got these cute little tabs here. I'm not sure what they do, but looks like I'll transfer them across. You put them in here. I don't make this stuff up. I just, if they got it, I'll use it. Must be some kind of dust seal or something. Okay, let's get ready to throw it back in. Should be great. Okay, I got the starter back in. I just put it in place. Bracket top and bottom, everything seems to fit beautiful. So I'll just, this one, remember, it had a big wire going to it. This had held on to a bracket here. I got that back in place. I'll get the main power wire back on here. This goes in here and that goes in there also. So let's tighten up the main bolts. We'll be done with it. We got a fishing season coming up soon. It'd be great for a nice day to work on the boat. It's raining, not happening. Love it, right? I mean, you're going to fish in the rain, might as well work in a boat in the rain, right? Yeah, right. That was behind there. Okay. Maybe it's wrong size. Got 3/8. Okay, we're good to go. We're going to put the cover on this. I'll start it a little bit later. I got other battery work and electronics to do since I got the battery disconnected. I just want to get this out of the way since it was raining today. I got my wonderful beach umbrella up there. So you're going to put this cover back on. I know there's a lot of wires here, and I do equipment wiring, and that looks like hell. You know, this just seems to be a mess of wires there, but it is what it is. Just you know, make sure everything goes back in. Make sure the cover, you're not pushing any wires. I don't think you will be. It's a little ugly, but we'll get through it. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Replace the starter. Pretty damn easy. I wouldn't want to do it in the water. That's why we're doing it in the backyard. Have fun. Bye. Okay, one last thing I did notice. I didn't do it. You know, these starters, this gear's jamming into this cog up here, so you should have a little bit of waterproof grease on it. So I'm just going to go around and put a little bit on there with a toothbrush. Any little bit helps, and I'll go around this whole cog too and hit that a little bit. And it looks like it's never been done. Probably not the worst thing in the world, but realize that starter, you know, this thing is banging up in there, right? It's always hitting up in there, and a little bit of grease wouldn't hurt it. So I'm going to go around, put a little bit of waterproof grease on it, and cover's going back on. Have fun.